I've done it. I've cracked the code. You know when you get a bag of spinach and you get about halfway through before it starts to get kind of wet and yucky? I've made it to the end of this bag. Almost 2 weeks later, it is still fresh and I only did one thing different. After you open it and you take what you need for your first serving, put in a little quarter piece or a half piece if you have the small ones, little piece of paper towel, put it in there, it will absorb all the moisture and your greens will be good to go until you need them. The sell-by date is yesterday and look at these. Still perfect. Give it a try and let me know how it goes.
10 tips to help you save money on your groceries. Number 1, make a grocery list and stick to it. Number 2, plan out your grocery trips. Number 3, look at the weekly ads. Number 4, download your grocery store's shopping app. Number 5, buy generic products. Number 6, download couponing apps. Number 7, plan out your meals. Tip number 8, start making some vegetarian meals. Number 9, stock up on sale items. And finally, number 10, get a Costco or Sam's Club membership. If you want more tips on how to save money on your groceries, make sure to follow.
I'm about to change your life with this little grocery hack if you don't know it already. But you might not, because every time I share it, someone's like, oh my gosh! Reduced to care from Pick n Pay. So as you can see, almost all my veggies are marked down. Sometimes they're even more reduced than this, just depending on what time of day you go. I don't mind that they're close to expiry because I eat so much fruit and veg that I'll literally eat that in a day. So it's at Pick n Pay. It's normally around 4 or 5 in the afternoon. All Pick n Pays are different, so you can literally go to the branch closest to you, ask them if they do reduce to clear, and then ask them what time they put it out.
I just got $36 of groceries for $6. And before you keep scrolling, no, I am not an extreme couponer. I don't have time for that. The reduced section. You are sleeping on the reduced section, I'm telling you! Every single time I go to Ralph's, first place I go, reduced section, and I always find the best stuff, and none of it's expired, none of it's damaged. There's a lot of stuff there that is expired and damaged, but I never buy that stuff. And I'm proving it with this haul. First up, we have this sourdough bread. It was reduced to $1.75 from $4.49. It's not expired. It's also so soft still, you cannot tell, but I swear it is. Like, she's fresh and not even 2 feet from the reduced section. There were a bunch more of these for $4.49. $1.75, steal. Next is this 99-cent produce bag, which has 2 mangoes. They're still green, they're not overripe, and then 2 apples. I went and checked the price on these. These mangoes with this exact same sticker, exact same code, were 2 for $4. And the apples, I checked, they're $1.99 a pound, so this would probably be like $2 more. So probably $6 worth of produce in a 99-cent bag. This is my big ticket item, if you will. It's this tanning oil that is literally $18. I went and checked to see if they still sold it. There were plenty of these on the shelf, $17.99. Why is this $1.49? I don't know. These are my all-time favorite cookies that Ralph's has. They're the apple cinnamon soft top cookies. They're incredible, but that is besides the point. These were $1.99, originally $4.59, and their expiration or sell-by date isn't even until 2 days from now. Last but absolutely not least, Kraft mac and cheese spirals. These were only 49 cents, originally $3.29. They don't expire until 2024. Don't know why they were there, but
Hey you guys, if you want to save money on your grocery, here are 4 things you can make instead of buy. In our super extreme frugal days when my girls were toddlers, I made it a mission to buy no snacks. I wanted to make snacks as much as possible. So snacks, if you can make cookies, muffins, anything that you can make as a snack instead of buy, you're gonna save money. If you haven't attempted pizza dough yet, this is a huge, easy way to just constantly meal plan. Always have pizza once a week. You can make the dough. It's healthier. It's cheap. We buy our big, huge thing of yeast from BJ's for under $4, and I just keep it in a mason jar in the fridge. Lasts a long time. Another thing, pancakes. I get all the flour and chocolate chips at BJ's or Costco because it's way cheaper. Make a huge batch of pancakes, throw them in the freezer, pop them out when the kids are hungry for breakfast. It's quick, easy. And why do I feel like I always have to rush to get all these tips out in such a quick amount of time, you guys? Follow for more.
Do you want to cut your grocery bill in half and you don't want a coupon? Here are some tips for you. You need to make a good grocery list. This is key. Don't just shop and then see things that you need. You need to make a good list. You need to look at store discounts, okay? You need to go to their website, find their e-coupons, see what they have running for sales, and when you sign up for these, you'll get welcome coupons most of the time. Price matching apps are your friend. You have got to check those out. It's so easy to get in the habit of shopping at the same store, for example, Walmart, because we know that it's cheap and just buying every single thing without looking at the store down the road. I just did this the other day, you guys, and I saved money by changing up the grocery store I usually shop at. You cannot be afraid of store brands. Try it. And meal planning. You have got to make your meals at home. I have more tips and such ways for you to save in my profile link.
Hey y'all, I wanted to show you what I learned when I was broke as broke in college, and I still do today. Me and my husband never finished bread, so I learned how to turn it into croutons. It's so easy and anyone can do this. It makes me feel like I'm a literal chef. Just cut your bread, use any kind of oil. We have avocado oil, looks like we need some more, but anyway, just sprinkle it on. Then today I was feeling like we should go garlic parmesan. I'm gonna pretend we're eating at Olive Garden, but sometimes we do ranch, sometimes we do something spicy. Here we go. Pretend I sprinkled that. Turn your oven to 350. And then just pop the bread into the oven for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, take it back out. This is my least favorite part. You have to flip them all over. I just always burn myself, but it's worth it because they get so crispy. Pop them back in there for like 5 to 6 minutes, and then you're done. Store them in an airtight container.
I'm going to show you how to find the cheapest priced items when you go to the grocery store. First, my name is Julie. I'm a registered dietitian. Like and follow for more content. Here's how you're going to do it. Step 1, you want to have the two items side by side. Step 2, you're going to look at the total price for that item. Now, we're not going to pay attention to this number specifically. What we're going to look for is the price per ounce, per item, or per pound. This is usually right above the price tag. As you can see above, there are two types of peanuts. One is the store brand and one is Planters. You look at the per ounce price, the store brand is going to clock in right around 58 cents per ounce, whereas Planters is right around 72 cents per ounce. In this case, the store brand is cheaper. Of course, we also want to compare ingredients and make sure that we're getting an item that's on par with the original item that we are looking at. In this situation, I would choose the store brand. Follow for more tips and tricks.
Here's a frugal hack that I want you to try before you go grocery shopping. I've been shopping at these stores for a long time and I absolutely love the good deals that I can get there. You won't find the same thing the next time that you go, but when you see something you like, grab it. These stores are very similar to like Grocery Outlet, kind of similar to Aldi, but these stores are like heavily liquidated grocery items because a pallet broke, it was a mislabeled item, or it's very close to expiration date. And that's really important to take note of because every time you go, you want to look at expiration dates. So before you go grocery store shopping, you're going to type in on Google, grocery liquidation store near me. I found one really close by and we're going to see what we can get with 20 bucks. I just got back. I know I said I was going to spend 20 bucks, but I only spent $12. I didn't hit the jackpot this time, which is totally okay. Like that's going to happen at these stores. Like they're hit or miss. $1 for the hamburger buns and 79 cents for this bag of rice. I got a huge bag of peanut M&Ms. These are my favorite. I think these cost around $8.99 at Safeway. These little fruit snacks were 10 for $1 and these Orbit gums were 4 for $1. I also got this sunscreen. This was 69 cents. I think there was like a recall or lawsuit or something, but for 69 cents, and the last item I got was this laundry soap for $2.99. These stores are incredible. Like I said, they're hit or miss, but you can find some really good things. So again, just in case you missed it, you're gonna type in grocery liquidation store near me, and you should be able to find stores that have like heavily discounted grocery items. And if you're anything like me and you get a kick out of being frugal, go ahead and follow me.
So here's a way to save a little bit of money. Get a 5-pound roll of hamburger and cut it into 5 equal parts. The serrated knife works really well. It just cuts right through the meat and the plastic. Usually with the 5-pound rolls, you save about $1 a pound. Just remove the plastic from each piece. When you cut them like that, it slides right off. And then get you some gallons of Ziploc baggies. If you won't eat 5 pounds in a week or two, you can label this with the date and everything. Then put each pound of burger into a bag, flatten it down, That makes it super easy to store stacked up in your fridge or freezer, and it makes thawing out super fast.
Well, hello there. A lot of you have been asking what my husband and I do to save money on groceries each month. And unlike some of his other My Husband's So Cheap hacks, I feel like this one actually does save us some money, so I wanted to share it with you. Each month when we go to the grocery store to do our major grocery shopping, we always purchase a gift card at checkout. We put about $150 on this gift card, and it's to be used to replace any perishable items for the remainder of the month. Things like dairy products, breads, fruits and vegetables, things that we need to go back to the store to purchase. When we go back to the store to purchase, we only use the gift card. We don't spend more money out of our bank account. This ensures that we're staying within our food budget and saves us a lot of money. Hopefully it will help you as well.
Let's talk about how to save money on groceries. There are some things that I stopped buying when I went back to school, and I just never started again. First of all, paper towel is so expensive, and it just ends up in the garbage. Here's what I use, and I just wash them. These ones are microfiber, and you can buy them also in a smaller box that's colorful if you want to color code which rooms you're using them in. They cost about the same as one pack of paper towels, but they last many years. I also really like these flour sack towels from Walmart. They're really absorbent. I use them as dish towels, but we also pick up spills with them. Hope that helps. Follow for more.
Onions, garlic, and shallots, keep them outside of the fridge in the dry, cool area. Lettuce, wrap them in foil, stick them in the fridge and they'll be fresh for 30 days. Never put potatoes in the fridge, it'll turn their starch into sugar, so place them somewhere cool and dry and in a very dark spot. Scallions and asparagus, fill up a jar with a little bit of water and add them in, then loosely place the plastic bag over them. They'll last for 10 to 14 days. However, refrigerated cucumbers, they'll get mushy in like 3 days, so put them in a plastic bag, poke some holes, and place them in a cool spot in the kitchen. Pears, apples, and kiwis, keep them separate because they release a gas called ethylene. This gas will ripen everything else around them. Ginger and lemon do best in the fridge. Tomatoes, keep them on the kitchen counter. For herbs, you want to wet a paper towel, roll it up in it, and then place it in the Ziploc bag and then in the fridge. Bananas, wrap the top with plastic bag and give them their own little spot. I don't know about you, but I think it's important to know how to store these things that will reduce food waste in the world.
With the cost of living rising, here are some money-saving grocery hacks.
Buy frozen veggies and berries. They're often snap frozen so they maintain all their nutrients and defrost quickly and easily. Shop online. This will help you only purchase what you actually need, and if at the end the total is too expensive, you can easily remove any items at the click of a button. Plan your meals to reduce food waste. Planning your meals ahead of time allows you to know exactly what and how much of everything you need so nothing is left to spoil. And shop for foods in season because buying summer ingredients in the winter can be very costly.
Grocery store hacks that'll save you money. You know why this person's so happy? It's because they figured out the grape pack as well. So you know when you make it to the grape section and it looks like this, and you end up buying the whole bag because it looks like you were just supposed to buy the whole bag of grapes? Well, I've done that in the past, and I didn't know that you can just open them up, grab as many grapes as you want, put them in a separate produce bag, and they'll weigh it out and price you based upon that. So yeah. Don't buy the whole bag unless you want to pay $16 for all those grapes and you just really love them, or maybe you have a big family, that works, but you don't have to buy all of them. Alright, tip number 2 is try to shop the perimeter of the store for the most part, because that's where all of the essentials are going to be, and then all of the aisles in the middle are usually all the processed foods for the most part. Tip number 3 is to keep an eye on tricky sales, especially when it comes to multiple items. For example, a common one, especially with yogurts, is you'll see get 10 for 10, but you don't have to buy all 10 to get that deal. You can buy as many as you want, and it's just going to be $1 each. They usually will be very specific if you have to buy 10 to get the deal, but sometimes they'll just make these tricky signs. It's like you can get 10 for 10, but you can also get 2 for 2. Number 4 is try to explore the whole shelf from top to bottom and not just shopping at eye level. They have this down to a science and figured out that people are very comfortable with buying things at eye level, and so they'll try to put things there that they really want sold. That isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it doesn't mean that you will necessarily find the best thing either. So just try to look above and below. And another thing is, they found that by putting things down lower, it's eye level for kids. So they'll put like kids cereal on a lower shelf and other things that they want kids to buy. So keep that in mind as well. Number 5 may seem basic and it's just my opinion, but taking advantage of the online ordering and pickup is definitely a way to save money. That's my opinion at least, because I find that I do less impulse buys when I'm just ordering online because I get exactly what I want versus kind of browsing in store. I'll end up just seeing something and grabbing it. But I'm definitely curious to see what you guys think. Do you think it would help you save money or not? And if you have any tips or tricks on saving money at the grocery store that I didn't list, definitely let me know in the comments. Also, I was thinking about doing another video about how they lay out grocery stores to make you spend more money and some interesting facts about that. So if you want me to do that video, let me know.
For the past 3 months, I've reduced my family's grocery bill from over $1,200 a month to under $500 a month. And in this much requested video, I'm going to share the tips that help me get there. Number 1, I buy canned and frozen vegetables. I was letting a lot of produce go to waste before, and this just works better for me. Number 2, I started shopping at Aldi. If you have one in your area, I highly recommend. Number 3, I cook in large batches so that afterwards I have extra to freeze or use for lunches. Number 4, and this one might be the one that's made the most difference, I only go shopping every other week. So I'm really only doing 2 large shopping trips a month. Between those trips, I do occasionally stop at the store for things I run out of, but I don't buy anything beyond that. Number 5, I use my budget to track my grocery spending and to see how much I have left for the month. And the budget that I use is linked on my page. Number 6, I buy in bulk and take advantage of sales. And number 7, I get really creative with recipes. If I'm missing an ingredient, I find a way to make it work.
Here's some secrets to saving on groceries. Hacks that go beyond making a list.
When you first get to the store, do a loop all the way around. Items on the edges are usually cheaper than the ones down the middle aisles. Look up or down to save 20 to 40%. That's because the most expensive products are going to be in your line of sight. It's crazy. And instead of fresh seafood, about a 40% difference if you just buy the frozen. Most stores offer their best deals on Wednesday. They're usually still honoring the coupons from the week before. Buy fruit and veggies whole. An example, a cut pineapple is $7 more. Stores actually fluctuate their pricing throughout the day. I didn't even know that was a thing. If possible, you want to do mid-afternoon before everyone gets off work. Studies show using self-checkout can also help. You're more likely to stick to your list and buy less.
Let's talk about how to save money on groceries. This one's probably going to shock some of you. By the way, I'm Alex and my page is all about eating on a budget, so if that's something that interests you, hit that follow button. So what is my grocery budget? I don't have one. Okay, let me explain my logic. I do not walk into the store and go, I have $100, I'm going to spend $100 on food. My goal is always to spend the least amount possible, while obviously still being able to feed my family. My goal is always to shop my pantry and my freezer first and just buy the things that I absolutely need and a few convenience items or snacks. The convenience items are important because otherwise you'll end up going back out to the store or getting takeout. So some weeks I can spend as little as $30 and other weeks it's closer to $200.
Here's another great hack to save money on your groceries. These chicken drumsticks were on sale for $1.29 a pound, so I picked up 2 family-size packs of them. To save time and money, I wanted to freeze them in a way that I could pull out what I needed when I needed it. So I'm going to put these in the freezer for about an hour until they're semi-frozen. Now that they're almost frozen, I can put them in a freezer-safe bag without worrying about them sticking to each other. Now I'll just be able to grab as many as I need out to make a dinner. Follow for more meal planning and money-saving tips.
Here's 3 things you might not think to freeze. I'm Alex, by the way, and I'm here to teach you how to make simple meals out of things that are already in your fridge and pantry so that you can save money. So hit that follow button. When it comes to tomatoes, I almost always buy the little ones. That way, if I don't get through them, you can just freeze them whole and then use them in pasta or other types of dishes. Big tomatoes don't really freeze well whole. If you know anyone with a garden, they're probably trying to give you zucchini right now. You can run it through a food processor. If you don't have one, you can just grate it with a cheese grater and then freeze it in bags. Then you can use it in sauces or muffins. And finally, I almost always choose spinach over lettuce because if you're not going to get through it, you can freeze it. And then you can throw it into smoothies, sauces, a whole bunch of stuff.
I was spending $1,400 or more a month in groceries for our family of 4. I have been able to cut that down to $400 a month with inflation. I'm going to tell you in one word how I did that. Yep, one word. simplify. I realized that needs some further explaining, so just listen. The main thing I simplified was our meal plan. So here's how we do it now. Every day of the week is now assigned a certain type of. So every Monday is a Mexican Monday. Every Tuesday is Casserole Tuesday. This doesn't mean that we have the same exact meals every Monday. So if you think about it, every Mexican dish that you can think of has the same ingredients. Different meal, same ingredients. This means every single time I go grocery shopping, we basically have the same exact thing in our cart. I take inventory of the things that we already have, and then just buy the things that we don't have time after time after time. Eliminates the nightly, what are we gonna have for dinner tonight guessing game. This eliminates the impulse buying, eliminates the problem of buying one ingredient and then never using it again, only for that one meal that you made that one time. These are also called food formulas. If you wanna hear about more food formulas, leave a comment below. I would love to tell you more about food formulas. I don't hear anybody talking about them. Love you guys. Bye.